Hi everyone, Sandra Kynes here. This video is basically about my connection with the ocean while I was down in Magsaysay, North Carolina. Let's see, I took this book with me and read this book. Wow, it's called Sea Magic by Sandra Kynes, Sea Magic by Sandra Kynes. And this book is basically helps you to connect the ocean's energies. Now, I've always felt a really strong, deep connection with the ocean, with the ebb and flow that is, shoot, I can't think of words. The ebb and flow that is connected to the idea of renewal and rebirth and the cycle of life and the spiral of life. Ever since I was a little girl, every time I went to the beach, I always felt that connection, and I always thought I used to be a mermaid in a past life, and swam around, all that stuff. But there's something about working with ocean magic, whether you're near the ocean or not, just having at least a bottle of seawater or something, just being able to work with it, I think is really beneficial for anyone who is trying just to connect with the earth in general, or just trying to connect to some more deeper level of spirituality. Because one of the things that the ocean represents is just that deep psychological connection, the subconscious, the inner emotions and thoughts, because it is the element of water. And the element of water typically signifies, intuition, emotions, and reflection upon your inner self. And giving the ocean is just this one huge body of water that's massed all around the world. It also helps to connect you with the other parts of the world, if that makes sense, just connecting with the earth as a whole. Because I feel like we're all connected anyways with the spiral, just like the web of life. So I think we're all connected in that sense. And so being able to work with ocean magic and ocean energy really helps with that. One good thing about this book is that it talks about different types of seas, like seashells and stuff, and the difference between an ocean and a sea, and talking about a sea journey, which is like a form of meditation, and the ninefold sea blessing, such as in Celtic mythology. There's this belief of going past the ninth wave, that's when you enter the spirit world kind of thing, because ocean waves, I didn't know this, but ocean waves actually travels in a group of threes, usually called a train. And let's see if I can find this book. There'll be different meanings for each wave. Let's see if I can find it. I should have bookmarked this for this. Let's see, 12 sea fetches. Altars tools. Sorry, bear with me, please. Okay. There's a thing called the ninefold sea blessing, which actually talks about each wave in total. Let's see. Yes, they travel in things called wave trains, and there's a Welsh sea poem that talks about the dead being buried past the ninth wave, which is the wave when that breaks. You go past it, it's supposed to signify you going into the spirit world. Let's see. But I thought that was really interesting. And so there's actually a ninefold sea blessing you can do to yourself, whether you can be in the ocean and actually do it, or you can have a vial of seawater with you. But one thing about the ocean that I truly feel when I connect to the ocean is I feel just like, I can't words. But when I connect to the ocean, I can feel that deepness within my soul, that deep connection within my spirit and in my heart, actually connecting to the cycle of the earth, like the cycles of the ebb and flow and the rebirth, and just that deep, raw, emotional energy that you can feel, because the ocean has many parts that we haven't explored, such like as with space. There's a lot of parts of the ocean that we have not yet been able to explore, and a lot of species that we have not been able to identify or found yet. And when you take the time to do ocean meditations or connecting with the ocean, it really does strengthen and deepen your connection with not only with yourself, but with the spirit of the world. Be able to connect with all the ocean animals and everything, and just connect with the raw energy that is surrounding us. The book also talks about sea fetches, which is basically like a totem animal, but it talks about how everyone has a sea fetch because the ocean is just such this vast thing of energy, this great body of knowledge, that it has a lesson for all of us. And what was really cool was that one of the nights before I went to the beach, I asked a prayer and did a meditation asking for my sea fetch to show up at the beach the next day, and it turns out there were clouds of jellyfish all along the beach. And they weren't like they were really tiny, like the size of dimes, and you could touch them, they wouldn't sting you. Even the big ones that are this big, they're clear, no tentacles really, so you could touch them and stuff, so it was really cool. And I guess my sea fetch is the jellyfish, which is lesson of the jellyfish is basically going along with the flow of life, with the flow of energies, because jellyfish, they don't technically have muscles. They rely on the ocean's currents to take them where they need to go. And so they just talk, so its message is just, going along with the currents of life, riding out the waves, instead of going against the flow, just go with the flow kind of thing. And so I thought that was really cool. But this is a really good book if you're interested in connecting with the ocean. I have an unhealthy obsession with mermaids and with the ocean and marine life in general. And it also talks about all these different shells and everything, and I have a whole bunch of seashells everywhere. So it talks about ocean deities. Like one thing I learned was that my patron god Shiva not only was he considered an earth god, which god of mountains and stuff, but like in older times he was also considered the god of the ocean, which makes sense because I love the ocean. Like I said, I have an unhealthy obsession with it, and he's also my patron god, so I thought that was really fitting. That made me really happy, and explains why I put a seashell by his little candle on my altar in my previous video. So I thought that was really cool. But yes, really good book to have. And in, like, my experience with the ocean, it just, like, as soon as I got in the ocean, it definitely started making me think of inner reflection and stuff like that. I started to do a lot of inward reflection upon myself, upon my relationships, upon my life. And then when I got out of the ocean, like, that desire to do that inward reflection kind of stopped. So, but it also shows the really strong and immediate effect being in the ocean has upon you and your psyche. But I thought that was really interesting. I just want to share this with you guys. If you guys have any experience in, connecting with the ocean, or any ocean blessings or ocean meditations or anything, I'd love to hear about it. Love you guys. Namaste.